Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss applications of Wordsworth's law. Like last time also, we discussed first application. Today we are going to discuss second one. In this, we have to calculate the magnetic field at any point by the straight current carrying conductor. A magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. So we will see with the help of one diagram also, where we have to take one straight conductor and one observation point where we have to calculate the magnetic field reduced by current carrying conductor. Let's see the diagram. See here, I is the current that is going through the conductor. dl is the area element, small area element. Alpha is the angle with the observation point, that is p, and r is the distance from there. Now, by applying Wordsworth's law, we have to calculate the total value. So for that, we have to consider something. Two, three lines you have to write, like here. Consider an infinitely long conductor AB through which I current flow through it. This is a general lines that you have to see, that you have to write from the figure, given figure. No need to learn these lines. You can write from yourself from the figure only. After this, we have to apply the Wordsworth's law that I was telling you, that we having a result dV is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi ideal sine alpha by r square. I think this equation one is not new for you because you done already this one. First in Wordsworth's law and second in first application that we had discussed last time. So it is not new for you. Then in this we have to put the value of sine alpha. Then we get the value there by solving it. dl is equal to a secant square theta d theta, that mention equation number 3 here. Obviously we have to calculate the total magnetic field. Now we have to integrate it. In next step we have to integrate. dB is equal to mu naught 4 pi I a secant square theta d theta by cos theta upon a upon cos whole square. Here we have to put the value of sine theta that we calculated in previous result, and ideal also. So by solving it, we get uh, cos square theta will be moved to numerator. We get it dV is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I cos theta by d theta upon a, because uh, this will be cancelled out with secant square theta. We know that secant square theta is equal to 1 upon cos square theta, or secant theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. This is a reciprocal, the simple mathematical identity that we you discuss in class 11 also in math. After this, now we have to integrate to calculate the total magnetic field at point P, mean at the observation point. Yes, B is equal to integrating theta 1 to theta 2. These are the limits. Mu naught upon 4 pi I cos theta d theta by A, and taking constant outside now, mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A integrating theta 1 to theta 2 cos of theta d theta. Now we know that integration of cos theta is equal to sine of theta. This is a formula that you have to learn. Integration of cos of theta is equal to sine of theta. After that we have to put the limits, upper limit minus lower limit. So if we're going to put it, mu naught upon 4 pi I upon A sine theta 2 plus sine theta 1. Actually minus will be there, but we having already negative is there in the limits. So minus minus plus. After that, for yes, if we having theta 1 is equal to theta 2 is equal to pi by 2, then the previous result become B is equal to mu naught I upon 4 pi a sine pi by 2 plus sine pi by 2. We know that ki sine pi by 2, or you can say sine 90 is 1. We get the result from here. 2 will be cancelled out from there only. So we get B is equal to mu naught I upon 2 pi a. This is the result for straight current carrying conductor. So this is all about the second application. I hope you will understand this. And I am attaching one same video later to this one. So please go through these videos, and if any doubt, you can discuss. It's not new. Already we had done this in last time also. So just calculation. So please try it. If any doubt, you can discuss. Thank you. Thank you very much.